backwards compliment. So, I had just earned a trip to Hawaii. I had just given birth to Matthew, my son, and I went bathing suit shopping, something you should never do after giving birth. And I came home very depressed. And my husband walked in, took one look at my face, and said, "Honey, what's wrong?" And I said, "I'm a cow." And he put his arms around me, he looked deep into my eyes, and with all sincerity, he said, "Honey, you're not a cow. Cows have thin legs." No, the man grew up on a dairy farm. This was a genuine attempt to comfort me. So my son, he's had a couple good ones too. My son, he's now 19 and going to school in Chicago. He's swimming out there. But he, when he started elementary school, brand new school, first grade, first day, I get home from dropping him off and there is a phone call from the principal's office. "Mrs. Schindler, we need you here right away." So I drive to the school and I go in and there's the principal, the teacher, Matthew. And I walk in and I said, "Matthew, what did you do?" And he just shrugged his shoulders. And the teacher said, "Well, we went around asking everyone what their mommy and what their daddy did for a living. And when he got to you," and then she said, "Matthew, why don't you tell your mommy what you said to the class?" And Matthew said, "I just told the truth, Mommy. I don't know what you do, but you make a shitload of money." So we called a friend, and they brought us one. His friend was graduating as well. They were going to be there, so they brought us an extra shirt for Matthew. He put it on and put his little tie on, and he graduated, and the ceremony's over, and we're out talking to the parents who loaned us the shirt, and we're outside, the kids are playing, and I hear sprinklers. I know there's sprinklers in the background, and Matthew comes up, and he is covered, literally covered in mud. And I said, "Matthew, what did you do?" He says, "Mom, it's okay. It's okay, Mom. It's not my shirt." Other in the air, right here. So my daughter, she's had some good ones too. My daughter is now 17, so her senior year in high school. And we were watching as a family, this was about 3 years ago, we were watching Revenge of the Nerds. And we're all sitting on the couch watching, and a scene came on, and I said, "That's him," to my husband. I said, "That's the guy that hit on me on the plane." And years ago. And my kids looked at me, and they both rolled their eyes. Now, I took offense to this. And I said, "No, really, that's the guy. That's the guy that hit on me on the plane." And they, you know the look? They smirk and they...
Yeah, what?
And so now I'm getting really pissy. I got real... I said, "Listen, before I had the two of you, your mom had a rockin' body." And Haley, without missing a beat, said, "And a pet unicorn too?" Last week I was talking to my parents on the phone and I had it on speaker, and my parents were saying how blessed Dave and I were to have two such smart, intelligent children. And I saw Haley in the kitchen as well walking by, so I smiled at her and I said, "Yeah, and good looking too." And Haley walked over to her father and said, "Thanks, Dad." part.
And she didn't get her ball.
And it even extends to my brother, my single brother. He's a producer for NBC, just putting it out there. Dave and I set him up on a date, and the woman wanted to cook for the three of us. So we went to her home, and we get there, and she puts this beautiful spread on the table, and she looks at my brother and she says, "Do you pray before you eat?" And my brother looked at her and said, "Only when Linda cooks."